Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dan Hussey with AlgoDayTrader.com, bringing you our European session or London session recap for um, September 5th, 2013. Let's begin with one moment. Both the FTSE and the DAX, not much has changed here. We're running into full shorts off of our prior highs. Um, these full shorts are against larger time frame longs from our 4-hour perspective. So nothing has actually really changed since our last update. They have they've both been rather choppy off of lows, so I'd like to see them break their 83.20s in the DAX and the 65.80 area in the FTSE in order to confirm reversals off of our lows. That's about all there is to say. The S&P 500 has held an extension long, drawn from the 1642 quarter anchor to highs. This long has traded to targets, the same anchor new long here. We have support at the 1650 quarter. Stepping back to an hourly, that's on a 15-minute time frame. Stepping back to an hourly, we would expect a pullback into the 1641 halves. This is a full long off of lows after breaking short off of the prior swing highs. So an ambush long resides down at the 1641 halves. This is all, of course, in the direction of our much larger time frame. Sorry about that. There we go. Full pullback of this summer's price action. Okay, and so we have daily targets above at the 1740 area. We have 4-hour targets above at the 1740 area, and the longs are looking at the 15 and hourly time frames, and I think they're trying to pick it up here. So we'll see how much success they have in the coming sessions. But in the short term, 1650 quarter and 1641 half support on the S&P. We actually have no divergence today so far. Bank and Bank and the S&P have been actually a little have diverged a little bit here. They started off today rather correlated. Bank has had a positive slope the entire day, where the S&P has been rather sideways to down actually. So interesting to see that today. No divergence. The high and the tick and the high and the price correlate with the daily high and lows, but we really haven't moved much today either. So figure a break of this range would start bearish or bullish divergence. The British pound, after the news this morning, we rallied up into a new high. It looks like we had held a Globex long again. We've then broke the next in the series, and we began a micro short off of highs traditional. The micro traditional traded 2 targets. The next in the series has traded, and it looks like a series of shorts that is taking us ultimately down into, stepping out to a hourly chart, down into the ambush long. We've broken the full short off of our prior 157.19 swing high, and we're looking for the 54.28 anchor to today's high to hold at the 55.50 area. So 55.50 support on the British pound. below the 55.20s, we'd be looking for a test all the way down to the 44 or 154.10 area. The euro, stepping out to a 4-hour chart, we are looking for support here at the 131.06 to 131 level. This is a full pullback from our summer lows to our summer highs. This full 50% long, we have orders in to buy the 31.06, stops below the 30.20 level, with targets above at the 136 area. There has been an extension. We have held extension shorts from a 15-minute time frame down into this level, and they are drawn from a 33.05 anchor to lows, yesterday's low. We held into the news this morning. We held the 32.20 short, and a trading down into the 31 target. So because we have a short target as well as the long here, I see a high probability, because the same anchor new low of this short would get us free at our 31.80 T1. The only with the confluence of both targets and an entry level down here, I see it as a fairly high probability trade to at least get free, and that's all we really are concerned with. Is we want our plus 180 pips first target, and it is a 180 pip first target. So we'll have to see about this, but we do have orders in to buy the 31.06s. Going down to a smaller time frame, we have held an ambush Globex short. But it was both an ambush and a Globex short here at the 131.76s. That's traded to targets, so the next in the series short here is drawn and has resistance at the 31.40s. That short would take us down and into this entry level / larger time frame target. So with that being said, it's going to be important to monitor that micro short trend for a break. That is really best viewable on a 5-minute chart here. So breaking these shorts, hopefully we fill the long before we break it, then it breaks, and then that can be our initial confirmation. So if you want to play this more conservatively, you'll have to wait for the break in these micro shorts, but otherwise there is the support at the 31.06s here. This is a full pullback. Yeah, those levels are almost identical. Okay. The Aussie dollar continues to hold an extension long. The extension is drawn from its highs on September 3rd at a 90.73 anchor to highs. This is against the 4-hour retest of the 91.90 full extension short that we've been covering and talking about, drawn from the 95.28 anchor to lows. The 91.90 area has offered resistance. We found support at prior lows, so there's a good chance that the Aussie US dollar is heading into a range here, and that is, of course, unless this extension long can hold. In which case, if the extension long holds, we'd be looking at a full or at a rally into the 91 or 92.20 area, but below a 91.20, 91.15 really. I'd be interested in being a seller in an ambush short at that point in time. The dollar yen, stepping out to an hourly chart. We have held an extension long, drawn from the highs on August 29th at a 98.53 anchor to highs. This long has now hit its upside targets at the 120 level. Same anchor, new highs now, has support for the dollar yen down at the 99.35, 99.40 area. After we approached targets the first time, we did the market did in fact hold or is holding a traditional long that has upside targets at a 134 area. So not a level I would buy. So or not a level we would participate on. Just watch. But it did get a reaction, so I like to mark it so that we are aware it's there and on the chart. But otherwise, we're looking for a pullback into the 99.35s, which should ultimately, I think, be a retest here of this kind of support and resistance zone that has occurred between 99 and 99.40. Okay, it has pretty much failed to get legs above 100 for now, so it's a big psychological resistance. Hit resistance, retest support, support holds, it'll retest that psychological 100 level again and potentially break. But right now, 99.35 is its support. The euro yen, big old sideways wedge on a 4-hour chart. So looking for the euro yen the upside targets of a 34.60 ultimately, and also at 137.20. But right now, I see no really great trade. We can drop the ambush long drawn from a 129.30 anchored to highs here that has a 130.74 support, but nothing I would want to participate on. I'd rather get long the euro. US dollar looks like a cleaner trend and a much cleaner setup. So the Aussie yen, very similar to the Aussie US dollar, 90.53 anchor to highs here, is flagging support. Going out to a 4-hour time frame, we have just flagged against this big 4-hour next in the series resistance at a 91.25, and it's drawn from a 96.05 anchor to lows. So downside targets are an 84 on the 4-hour time frame. Going to a 15-minute chart, our upside targets are 91.85 on a micro here that is flagging against this resistance level. Nothing really to do. If you're long, I would be aggressive and trail stops to a 90.90 area. If you are in fact short, your short isn't broken yet, but be aware that this is they are in fact holding a long against you right now. So. The Kiwi, looking for a full pullback into the 78.25 area. We did have a break and a potential micro ambush long here, which if I had to draw and force levels, it looks like a 77.77 Globex long has in fact traded. So that's literally like day's low to high, prior day's low to new highs. But I have to put that on as a watch as well. We've seen it get a reaction, but it's not the type of level I would be interested in taking. So, and finally, the Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie, we attempted a short the other day. It looks like it pulled back into its. We attempted a new extension, which had flagged or front ran, then failed. The 46.13s anchor to lows, which is the original extension that took us down into these levels. You can see here trading once to target, same anchor, new low now. Looks like it traded similar to the euro US dollar. Downside targets of a 143 at this time. We have pulled into an ambush short as well after breaking the low to high long. We broke and market pulled into an ambush short. So do have downside targets here on the Euro Aussie. Stepping out to a larger time frame, we are testing coming in and testing a 6-to-1-8 line of a traditional after an extension. This is, my apologies, this one should have been put up as a watch as well, because it's, we saw it get a reaction from this level, but it's not the type of trade we would take. We are in fact looking for the 131.96 anchor to highs here, 132 anchor to 150.32 anchor to highs. Daily extension long. This would be like a really big, if you're an Elliott waiver, this would be like the wave 4 pullback of an initial impulse off the lows. 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth wave push up into the 154.50, 155 area. So big hourly support. Can make a case for the Euro Aussie heading down to 141s. But that case ultimately needs, because if the Euro US dollar is going to hold the 131 support and Euro Aussie is going to trade into 141, Aussie US dollar would need to rally. Otherwise, the Euro US dollar is going to be under pressure with global Euro risk. But all right, everybody, that's all I got for you right now. We're here all day. Tomorrow Friday will be the last day of our free webinar for kind of promotional period. Check your email inboxes. We're rolling out a referral program as well. So giving subscribers a chance to earn money by referring new clients. Yep, I kind of playing it a little conservative here. Haven't considering June and July wasn't bad, but considering August was such a rough month for trading in general. But optimistic here because coming out of August, it looks like going into September here, where markets are becoming increasingly more technical and thus easier to trade, being a trend trader ourselves. So, all right, everybody, have a great day, and we'll be back with you as price action develops.